Hey, this is the Liberty Lion, and I was wondering, at what point was it decided, in most areas of human civilization anyway, that it wasn't okay for human beings to be naked in public anymore? I mean, what's the problem? It seems to have become ingrained into some people's heads that it could somehow cause damage or like a permanent trauma to some individuals, usually children, and inhibit their future social development. I mean, even if that were true, it's only because everyone makes such a goddamn huge deal about the naked human form. You know, oh, we wouldn't want little Cindy or little Trevor to know that that's actually what a naked human man or human female looks like. No, that would be wrong to show them what everyone looks like underneath clothes. I mean, you know, sure, clothes are great and everything, you know, they keep us warm. I've got nothing against clothes. And clothes can also be used as a uniform, you know, to indicate belonging to a certain group, be it cultural, professional, whatever. But it doesn't mean that being naked is suddenly abhorrent and immoral. You know, think back to a time when male Homo sapiens would leave their cave armed with only like a pointy rock tied to the end of a stick, and they'd scope out their prey like an oblivious gazelle or something, and then they'd crouch down and hide, and they'd scope out the area, and then they'd slowly sneak up and approach the gazelle. And then he'd suddenly sprint, his majestic penis swinging left and right between his thighs, and he'd fling his spear deep into the heart of his victim, and then ritualistically cut it open and smear himself with its blood and organs. And he would take the still warm carcass back to his cave and cook it on an open fire, and then eat it with gusto, knowing that he earned every single bite. Anyway, the naked human form is nothing to be alarmed about, nothing to fear, definitely nothing to illegalize. That's just wrong. You know, there have even been cases of people being arrested for being naked in their own homes, and someone looks through the window and sees that. I mean, which is just frankly disgusting, far more disgusting than the sight of a middle-aged man's penis. If a human being wants to walk down the street naked because it makes them feel good, or it's a really hot day, the reason doesn't really matter because they shouldn't have to justify it, then I say let them do that. If for whatever reason you can't stand to look at a naked human body, then look away. You know, this idea that, oh, this offends me, so no one should be allowed to do it, it's just ridiculous, and it makes a mockery of the idea of individual freedom. You do not have the right not to be offended, nor do I, and nor does anybody, especially not by something as trivial as a naked human body. And if more people were naked in public, maybe the world would at least be a little more interesting.